Hey everyone, it's Matt with another sketchbook video. Matt from drawingtutorialsonline.com. I figured we'd feature a different sketchbook that's a little bit more based around graphic design. And Pete is one of my animation students, and Pete is, his drawings are extremely different than most of the other students in my class because Pete's work has a huge design element to it. And I'm just going to actually move my pad a little bit so we get this against the dark. Okay, good. And I mean, let's start from the beginning. And the beginning, this is one of my quick little sketches. After looking at Pete's sketchbook, I tell him to speed is the key word and measure more. Okay, but you know, the whole deal with drawing is you got to know what your strengths are. I mean, you got to listen to teachers and you got to give stuff a chance to blossom. But you also have to understand what your strengths are as an artist. And Pete's strengths are just really all about graphic design and drawing in a more designy, shapy way. And you know, his strengths are not the figure drawing, at least not yet. So let's take you through you know, some of his drawings here, and you guys are going to see what I'm talking about as we go through them. Now, this is a drawing. This is an Anthony Ryder portrait. And you can see how Pete is drawing it in a very graphic-y way. And when we go to the next page, this is another Anthony Ryder portrait that I make my students copy because I like Anthony Ryder's work a lot. And the way Pete is drawing this, you can see the eye socket shapes are, and the nose, it's done more in shape. And I call it graphic design, but it's really a little bit more in shape. And that's how Pete draws. And this thing is very shapy as well. So I just want to share with you guys a different sketchbook because a lot of the sketchbooks that I show you know, are figure-based, and this sketchbook is going to be more design-based. I mean, something like this I think is really nice. And I've got this new phone, and it's got a whole different video face than the other one. It's more zoomed in. The other one fit the sketchbook perfectly. So just these characters, you know, Pete mentioned to me that he had designed some skateboard bottoms, and he really likes doing that stuff as well as the animation. And some of these characters are just pretty darn cool for animation. Yeah, just, you know, the thought and the carefulness put into the design of those little cups and jars, and just like the little delicateness of some of these characters and their shapes is so intricate. It's fun to just kind of sit and look at it and just look at the eye candy. Again, figures. So Pete he's getting better at the figures, but you know, again, this is the way that Pete should draw. He should really draw with a little bit more of this slow, thought-out process of looking at the edge, looking at the design element of things, looking at the negative space. Now, that's not to mean that, you know, Pete's a freshman here at the School of Visual Arts. It's not to mean that he's not going to grow as an artist and eventually you know, tackle the figure in a better way, because there are some drawings that you know, are good. It's just with the figure, it's a consistency thing. Like this thing, I absolutely love it. And this was a statue at the Met in the African wing, and I just think that drawing is just so cool to look at. Another statue, and you can see a little bit more of the methodical, thought-out way that Pete sketches everything in a very, that's his thinking page. Okay, technically that's a full page. More design, dealing with shapes. Tattoo stuff? Yeah, love it. So if Pete is doing character design, can't speak today, end of class, I'm always a little frazzled. He's just, the character design aspect of it would be great. Yeah, love that. Love it. And I see as I get closer with this new iPhone, things tend to get a little blurry, so I'll stay far away. Figures, figures, figures. Okay, so this was a piece where I had everyone this was a negative space homework assignment, and this is one of Pete's better figures. It's stiff, but that's fine. You know, it looks just like the model, and that was the homework assignment, and Pete kind of did that one with ease because he was able to look at the negative space as a design element. Great stuff. And if I'm going too fast for you guys, I'm going to photograph some of these and put them on my blog, Drawing Tutorials Online blog, and you can check them out a little bit bigger there. And I'd love to hear a comment, and if anyone's looking for any tattoo design or skateboard bottom design, you know, we'll also put up Pete's Deviant page, and you can contact them there. Yeah, I can't begin to tell you how small some of this stuff is and how intricate it is. And I'll tell you one thing, this iPhone 4 is definitely heavier than that other 3G guy. Cool stuff. So, you know, showing the sketchbooks are very personal. And again, I've always got to say this for me and Mike Matisse Drawings, trying to get all the students to draw them over and over again. This is an old sketchbook. This is from last semester. You know, sketchbook is a very personal thing, and I just use my sketchbook for eye-hand coordination. I don't think that my sketchbook should be done, well, I should be doing finals in my sketchbook. So, you know, to each their own. Whatever you want to do, just go for it. And as we finish this up, this stuff is just really cool. And then the Bridgman work, and more Bridgman work. I like that motion you got going on over there. More tattoo stuff or logo design. Okay, so let's go. I know there's some more goodies in here. This is way back when. I had to show you this negative space drawing that Pete did. I think it's phenomenal. And it's so symmetrical, and the edge is so gorgeous. So I have a lot of students who draw the figure really well, but they just cannot do something like this where they sit down and they focus on that edge. And you know, I can't go too close with the phone, but the edge is gorgeous. We went outside and did some drawings of trees. So again, the whole negative space design thing. Okay, so we're almost done with this first sketchbook. And this is probably bringing back memories to Pete of way back when. So this little sketchbook is very fun too. Just again with the design. And if we flip from the back, you can see a little bit more refinement, which I think is neat. Let me bring this sketchbook in the light. This one's a toughie. I like that page a lot. I know I'm shaking. Wow. Very nice. Yeah, this one I'm going to photograph from a little bit more so than the other one. I know I'm probably missing a couple gems in here. I like this a lot. Very nice. And then just something like that I think is awesome. I know this is a shaky sketchbook video. I apologize for that. That's a big piece that Pete just did in color. It's packed away. And it was a pretty cool color piece, big piece. Pete, is there anything else in this sketchbook that I missed? Just a nice figure. Okay, very nice. Is there anything in that one that I missed? And then there were just a couple in here that I want to share with you guys. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's start from here. I love this guy. Love that figure. Pete's really good at doing the line that separates the light from the dark. And then we'll just show a few more and we'll call it a sketchbook video. So I wanted to share with you guys something different. And every artist has something to bring to the table. And I think that Pete just definitely has that design element that he brings to the table, and I really appreciate it. And I want to show something a little bit more diverse, and we're just going to show you. Yeah, let's just go from here. All right. We are going to call this puppy a sketchbook video because we're getting long. And Pete, I really appreciate you sharing your work with us. And you guys want to leave a comment at the blog, Drawing Tutorials Online blog. Drawing Tutorials Online blog. Yeah, I can say the name of my own website. Do that, and I'll post some pictures and Pete's DeviantArt page up there. Thanks for watching.